Hello and welcome. I am guessing you're watching this video because you're interested in possibly becoming a Stitchie and you're a little bit curious about what this whole Stitch Hub is that it keeps being mentioned in the group. Our Stitch Hub is an exclusive Stitchie little section of the internet that has all the goodies that come with becoming a Stitchie. So I have attempted to record this the other day and I forgot my sound, so it was completely muted. So we're going to try this again. I have one of these up, or I have had one of these up in the past, and you may have seen it. It was a couple years old, so things have progressed a little bit inside the hub. There's a lot more things included, and we keep trying to make it as organized as possible, so things change over time with your feedback and things like that. So Stitchies always have a say in how I reorganize or adjust this hub to make it the best place it can be for them to get all of their information. So the sort of things that are in the Stitch Hub are all the patterns that are offered out within the membership, as well as any printables, any training. We have our clubhouses for our stitch houses, and we also have a little Stitch Buck store. So Stitch Bucks are our Stitchie reward dollars, so there's a store you can cash those in as well. There's a spot for your profile. Lots of good things within our little Stitch Hub here. As I go through this, I want you to just remember that I have complete access. So obviously I'm going to see everything as available to me. If you're a new Stitchie, there will be things you see a little lock on. That just means those are patterns or stitch alongs or things that have happened prior to you joining us. So you would be able to get those at a purchasable price. The prices that are set in there are super low for compared to what they would be retail. Some of them never go retail, so some of them never go to the public. Other ones that do go to the public, you will be paying significantly less than you would if you were to go buy each and every pattern on Etsy, especially when it comes to any of the series or bundles. Those sort of things go out per pattern. So like, for example, there's a mini series that is all about, I'm just trying to think of one. There was one for Nightmare Before Christmas, 13 pieces of them. Those will go out individually onto Etsy at $5 a piece. You can buy the whole bundle. I'm not sure what I have the dollar up at, but either $27 or possibly less. So significant savings as a Stitchie to grab some past stuff that we've done, as well as get some things that are out individually in the reel, like the rest of the world, as a bundle. So you pay one price, you get a ton of things together. You do also get a ton of things included in your membership, and anything new will be included for you as well. So if we do any new stitch along series, mini series, anything going forward, as long as you're a Stitchie, all new things will be included. It's just those past ones that you weren't with us that you would not have instant access to. So I'm just going to give you a quick little tour of our Stitch Hub. So our main welcome page is just a snapshot of information to get you in and seeing what may be new. If you've been with us a while, you may not need to go through all the areas. You just want to see what's new. When it comes to releases or anything that's new, it comes out every Monday, usually sometime around lunchtime, sometimes a little bit later, depending how caffeinated I am in the morning. So there is a link that you can go to where you can see what is the newest of new out of all of the things, and it will keep you up to date, so you can download what you need. We do also do stitch-pirations, so those are kind of like, I'm not going to call it a challenge because it's a little bit different than a challenge. We do those once a month, and there's a different theme each month. So on this page you can kind of get to that information right off the hop, as well as see how many stitch bucks you have, and what you can keep track of your stitch count. Should you wish to use this, you would click the little pencil and adjust your stitch count there. So we'll start kind of going through some of the stuff that's included. Like I said, some things you may see on my end, but may not be included if you join us today, or September 6th if you're watching this prior to the opening, or if you are watching this afterwards, whatever opening that you're watching this from. Things change each time, so if you look through the page, you'll see what's included in the launch that you are joining for. So right now, being August of 2024, we have all the information up for the September openings, so that would be the stuff that's included for you, and like I said, everything going forward as well. So this Start Here page is, I'm not going to click on it because there's some codes and things in there that shouldn't be public, but that will give you some basic information, kind of an orientation of sorts once you join, some codes for some discounts and things like that. We do also have a Stitchie map. This will show you all the stitchies around the world, and to kind of give you, you can zoom in and see if there's anybody close to you, things like that. Just something a little bit fun to see that we are worldwide. There are stitchies everywhere around the world, so you can kind of snoop through and see if anybody's near you, and each of the little dots will tell you a name and possibly where they are or close to where they are. So you can maybe reach out in the Facebook group and say, hey, Jeanette from Wyoming, I'm there too. Hey, maybe we can meet up, or we can, things like that. Just get yourself connecting with other stitchies around the world. The What's New page, like I said, is going to be updated every Monday. So when you come in here, you will be able to see what's the newest thing for all the things, because there is a lot of things, and I know it can be slightly overwhelming, but I like to keep you guys fully engaged in your stitching. I like to give you guys lots of options and not have you guys all have to go, oh, I'll have to stitch this one thing, or go find something you're looking for. I have a variety of things, so if you need something, it's likely there. So we have any of our ongoing series. If you see that it is bolded and teal color, that means that was the newest thing. So this past Monday, these things came out. Whereas if they're pink, those are from that's the newest from that series. So it could have been last week, the week before, things like that. So these are some of our series that are going on currently. If you're going to be joining us in September of 2024, you would get access to the Cats and Coffee, you would get the Zodiacs, you'll get the Gnomes, you'll get the Fantasy, and there's a number of patterns within these series, not just this pattern that you're seeing right now. And then we have a plants, we have a game one, we have some text sort of fun ones. Anything with a star would be a mini series, so that's just a short-term series, whereas these top ones will go on for a lot longer. And then we have our stitch alongs, which most of you are joining us for the Care Bears. And we also have the 90s, a 90s one going on, and we do have our seasonals. The next one will be in October. So you have access to everything, or the newest piece of each stitch along right here that is going on. So you can easily grab the newest piece you need for it. And then our bundles, which are sort of individual patterns that sort of match a theme. So again, the newest of the new for the things that are still ongoing. There are previous bundles, there are previous stitch alongs that you will see in those sections of the hub. And we have a Shiloh visiting us. Thank you. Very helpful. Well, yes, we have to stop for face rubs. Thank you. And then it just has the other new release sort of stuff. So any printables like the cupcakes will be in here, the Stitch It bundles, any Stitchy swag, any new little patterns that we offer, we'll update here for the newest of things. So that What's New page is essentially the go-to page to go to find all the things, but you can also do it through all the individual pages. Oh, she sees my mouse. Okay, after that we have, as I said, the monthly stitch-pirations, which we have 4 different types, so we focus on a different thing during those months, and we rotate throughout the year. So we'll do finishing challenges, team challenges, some lotto, stitch count lotto type things, and some whip go rounds, or rounds, whichever way you want to say it. So everything's explained on this page, and you can submit at the end of the month for little prizes and things to help you kind of focus on things for the month. Our clubhouses, as I said, are our stitch houses. There's a sorting ceremony, so you can do a little quiz and you can see what the sorting hoop believes for your house. If you don't like the choice the hoop gives you, you do always have a choice to change. But so far most people have been pretty spot on. If they answer the questions, it goes to the house that matches them best. So then in those houses, it's just a smaller group of stitchies with a similar set of likes outside of just stitching. So we have a number of different houses. One's kind of a bookworm sort of house, one's a Disney-ish fantasy house, one's a horror and true crime house, one's just an all-around crafty house, and then we have like a fantasy hobbity kind of house. So there's a number of different houses that you can join into. You don't have to, that's completely optional, but it's just a fun way to connect with some other stitchies as well. We have our Stitch Along series and bundles pages. So those pages are essentially all of the different stuff that has happened throughout. I'm just gonna kind of scroll through these so you can see all of the different things that you could get from the past stuff, as well as all your current stuff will be in here as well. Oh, you're gonna sneeze on my screen. And then we have our training section, which will have our all of the trainings that we offer within the hub. So these are, some of them are videos, some of them are just text-based, some of them are done by Stitchee, some of them are done by me, and we're always open to new ideas. If there's something you're really good at, that's great. We can definitely host you as a trainer. If there's something you want to see and you let me know, I will find a way to either, if I know or have the information, I will provide the training, or if I know somebody that's really good at it, I will get them to come in and kind of give me some tips, or either maybe host the training for me. There is also the toolkit, which is an 8-part course to kind of give you all the basics about cross-stitching in general. So we kind of go through a number of different things, and at the end of each you get a little reward. So that's something fun to do to kind of brush up. If you're a seasoned stitcher, to brush up on some things, maybe learn a thing or two. If you're brand new, this gives you a really good understanding of the basics to get you, stitching even more. Our printables and freebies section is anything that I provide to my stitchies that is like a PDF or something that's easily to print. They will be in here. The mini freebies, so the cupcakes from this year are in here. We have some anniversary badges, so every year that you're with us, you would get a new badge that you would actually stitch, as well as some cheat sheets and resource books and things like that. Our planners, the digital version and the printable versions, are in here. So if you join us in September for the 2025 planner, you would get the PDF version included in your membership. As well as there's some past stuff in here, some of which you would not have access to, like previous planners, but you can get access to if you want the patterns out of them. And then we do a temperature project every year that you can take. Sorry, my cat is literally climbing the walls. Some backstitch stuff, some wall art, and any free pattern that I ever offer outside of the Stitchee membership on my website, in the group, anything like that will always be on here for Stitchies, as well as some other ones that only the Stitchies get. So these are patterns that would be accessible right away. Our Stitchee store would have just any sort of Stitchee swag that you would, reading and watching a cat climb the wall. So would have we have blankets, we have hats, things like that. There's different patterns you can get access to. The Stitch Bucks store is to use up your rewards that you gain. So you gain Stitch Bucks on a monthly basis, as well as during some of the, as prizes and things like that. So you can have, there's a number of patterns in here that you can buy, or there will be new ones coming as well. My account is just your profile, keep up your information. The stitch count leaderboard is everybody's stitch count, kind of all mashed together, as well as we have just some spaces to report anything you may notice that's wrong in the hub, or something's broken, things like that. So that's a generic tour of our hub. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight into what we offer inside of the Stitchee Hub. Each and every one of those series bundles and stitch-alongs have tons of patterns within them as well. So if there is a certain one you'd like to see, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to provide previews of things. I hope we see you inside the hub after September 6th, and we can dive in a little further. I hope this gives you a little bit of information to start. Any questions, you are welcome to message me at any time, and I'd be happy to talk all things Stitchee with you. And I hope that I see you inside the hub.